Hey guys, welcome back for the afternoon session of Are You Kidding Me? No, that's not what the afternoon session is. The afternoon session of the Dismembered Wife murder trial, and they are 10 minutes late, but that is on time compared to yesterday. Active shooter in Pennsylvania. It's two state. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, I swear I'm not cold hearted, y'all. I'm not. It's just. The school shootings upset me. The army base shooting upset me. Upset and triggered are two different things. I never understand triggered. I never understood people always saying that triggers me. I think that word gets overused. There's a difference. I'm about to cry. Two state troopers shot. My dad was a state trooper. Oh man. Okay. Trial. Sorry. Let's just pray for the state troopers and their families. And these men, they put their life on the line every day to keep us safe. And they have families at home that want them to come home safely. So, um, let's remember them and keep them in our prayers.
Truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you, and please have a seat. If you can sit where you're close enough to that microphone, that will.
Okay.
You
Thank
may
you.
proceed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The judge told you if you can just stay close to the microphone, it'll name and spell it for the court reporter.
Betsy Longwell Madden, last name is M as in Mary, E as a boy, A-N-E.
Okay.
Do you work for a living?
I do.
What do you do?
I'm a legal assistant at Turner Paget Law Firm in Augusta, Georgia.
Okay. How long have you been doing that for a living?
A million years? No, probably like, then everyone will know how old I am, like 50 years.
Okay. Quite some time.
Yes,
Okay. Has that always been what you did?
except for a very short insurance stint.
Okay. Did you work for different companies though?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And are you married?
I am
What's your husband's name?
Frank Mebin III.
And how long have you two been married?
47 years.
Okay. And in that time, did you and he have any children?
We did. We have 3 children, the 4th and Matthew.
Okay. Can you tell us in order who's the oldest to youngest?
Yes, Mindy's the oldest, and Frank the 4th is the middle child, and Matthew's our surprise.
Okay. How old is Matthew?
He's 21.
And Frank the fourth?
40.
And how old was Mindi when she passed?
She was 40.
Okay. So that's about 3 years ago now, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Is Frank the fourth married?
He is.
What's his wife's name?
Megan Beckmeyer Mebin.
Okay. And what about Mindi? Was she married?
She was.
Who was she married to?
Nicholas Kassotis.
And did
He started using the last name Stark.
so he went by Nicholas Stark at some point as well?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see him in the courtroom here today?
I do.
Can you point out where he's at?
Over there.
If the record can reflect, Your Honor, she is pointed at the defendant.
It does.
When did you first meet Mr. Kassotis?
Let's see, they got married in 2016, so it was probably maybe the end of 2014. Maybe.
And do you know how they met?
Yes, I believe they met on an online dating service. I just remember Romeo something. I don't remember the full name.
Okay. And as a result, did they ultimately get married?
Yes, they did.
And I believe you just said that was in approximately 2016?
Yes.
When they got married in 2016, where was the wedding?
It was at Morven Park outside, it was maybe 20 miles or so from Alexandria, Virginia, outside of DC.
Okay. And do you know where they were living at the time?
Alexandria, Virginia.
So they were living in Virginia itself?
Yes.
Okay. And at that point, was Mindi working?
She was.
Do you know what she was doing for a living?
She worked at a law firm in DC, and then she wanted to try the nonprofit route, so she went in and worked for several nonprofits, and I believe her last job was in the plastics industry,
Okay.
working for them, trying to help them keep plastic bags at stores and stuff.
What kind of education did Mindi have?
Degree, and then she also had her master's, I think it was.
And in that time that she provided those different jobs you just described, was that all in the DC or Virginia, DC area?
She went to college in Savannah at Armstrong.
Okay.
And then when she moved to DC, that's when she got her further degree at Virginia Tech, I believe it was.
Okay. Is that where she met Mr. Kassotis up by Virginia?
Yes, when she was living there, yes.
Okay. Do you know what Mr. Kassotis was doing when they first met?
He was working as a JAG at the Pentagon.
And when you say a JAG, can you tell us, what did you think that meant?
He's a lawyer,
Okay.
working for the Pentagon in the Navy.
Okay. So you knew he was a member of the Navy as an office, as a judge advocate? James?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know exactly, or did you know exactly what his job description was? Like what type of law he did? Did you know?
I know he had something to do with foreign affairs. Well, I think he had something to do with foreign affairs.
Okay. If you know, did you know what his title or rank was?
I do not.
Okay. So when he was working at that time, you said he was working at the Pentagon, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And that was with the Navy, you said, right?
Yes.
Do you know how long he had been with them? Only if you know.
I don't.
Okay. But he was there when him and Mindi met?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you said that they were married, and that was outside of, I think you said Morven, is that right?
It was a place called Morven Park out. It was a few miles from Alexandria.
Okay. Were you present for their wedding?
Yes.
And when was that, if you recall?
I believe it was October 2016.
Okay. And at that time, was it a big wedding?
No, I wouldn't say it was a big wedding. A decent sized wedding, but it also happened in concert with Hurricane Matthew, so there were a lot of people who couldn't come because of hurricane.
Okay. As a result of that wedding, did you have an opportunity to meet some of Mr. Kassotis' family?
Yes.
And did you know them before then?
We had met before the wedding.
Okay. Did Mindy's friends come to the wedding?
Yes, they did.
Know some of them from before the wedding?
Absolutely.
Did you stay in touch with any of them after the wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Would it be fair to say that you knew Mindy's closest friends?
Yes.
For example, do you know Angela Wynn?
I do.
And who is she in reference to the wedding itself?
She was Mindy's matron of honor.
Okay. And were there bridesmaids at the wedding as well?
There were,
Do you know any?
yes, at least one of her friends from high school days and
Okay.
several others.
Okay. And did you communicate with them, meaning her friends, ever as a result of your interaction with Mindy? And what I mean by that is because they were Mindy's friends, did you ever have communications with them too?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you stay in touch with some of those women now?
I do.
You indicated that there were people from Mr. Kassotis' family present. Do you recall who was there?
Are you talking about at the
Wedding.
His mother and father and his brother.
Please just point out where they are.
Over behind the defense table.
And who of them is present?
Nick's parents are here. I haven't seen his brother in a while, so I think that's his brother over there also.
Okay. And with respect to that, do you know if Mr. Kassotis had been married before he married Mindy?
Yes, I believe he was.
Okay. Do you know?
Only one that I know about.
Okay. Did you know her name?
No, because I hate to say that, my daughter would just say she who will not be named.
Okay.
She never really, I didn't know her name.
Okay. But you just knew that he had
Yes.
previously been married?
Yes.
Okay. Did Mr. Kassotis and your daughter have children?
Did they have children? No.
During the course of the time that they were married, do you know if they tried to have children?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Why do you say that?
We were told that Mindy was pregnant, so
If she had any miscarriages in the course of their?
I think she had one, but
Okay. And so it was your understanding that while she was,
I'm wondering about that laughter. Like, is it just nerves because she's on the stand, or is she feeling awkward because she's right there in front of the guy that did this horrible thing to her daughter? Or I feel bad for her. Like, she has to know these questions because don't they like sit them down and say, these are the types of questions I'm going to ask you? Like, her affect is off. But, who can predict how they would act if they're being asked questions after this happened to their kid?
do you know if she had any miscarriages during the course of their marriage?
I think she had one several years before she died, but
Forward? Debbie. The stupid red dot on the slider drives me crazy.
Nick's parents are here. I haven't seen his brother in a while, so I think that's his brother over there also.
Okay. And with respect to that, do you know if Mr. Kassotis had been married before he married Mindy?
Yes, I believe he was.
Okay. Do you know how many times he had been married before he met Mindy?
Only one that I know about.
Okay. Did you know her name?
No, because I hate to say that, my daughter would just say she who will not be named.
Okay.
She never really, I didn't know her name.
Voldemort.
Okay.
He was married
But you just knew that he
Voldemort.
had
Yes.
previously been married.
Yes.
Okay. Did
Hey, Terry.
Mr. Kassotis and your daughter have children?
Did they have children? No.
During the course of the time that they were married, do you know if they tried to have children?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Well, we were told that Mindy was pregnant, so
Do you know if she had any miscarriages during the course of their marriage?
I think she had one several years before she died, but
Okay. And so it was your understanding that while she was last alive, she was pregnant?
Yes.
Did they give you an idea, and I say they, I mean, did your daughter specifically tell you when she was due?
She didn't specifically tell me. Mr. Kassotis told us
When did he tell you she was due?
January 8th.
January 8th of 2023.
3.
Did they tell you well, did he tell you whether it was a boy or a girl?
I believe he said it was a girl.
Can you tell us, how was their marriage between 2016 and 2018? Were there any problems?
Objection calls for speculation.
If she knows.
No. Moms, no.
Do you know, ma'am?
I thought they had a good marriage.
So there didn't seem to be any problems, was merely my question. My apologies if that was inartful. Did there come a time when something occurred to make you believe that there was a change in their marriage condition?
Yes, when they actually were sort of hiding out because we were told they feared for their lives.
Who told you that?
Mindi and Nick.
Okay. Did they give you any specifics about why they were fearful of their lives?
Yes, first we were told they'd been hacked. Then we were told another story about Nick was supposed to be working for Microsoft and he had taken on work for some smaller company underneath Microsoft, and he had solved some kind of an algorithm and giving him stock, and I guess it was supposed to be, I don't know. That's all I know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Was that information conveyed to you by whom? Your daughter or Mr. Kassotis?
Probably my daughter.
Okay. And so she was telling you what the concerns were surrounding their danger?
Yes.
Okay. And when did this first start happening to your recollection?
I would say maybe late 2018 or early 2019 would be my best, that's sort of a best guess.
Okay. As a result of those problems, did they ever have to move?
Yes, they started moving from place to place, and we didn't always know where they were, so.
When did they start moving, if you recall?
Around that same late 2018, early 2019 time.
Do you know if they left Virginia?
Yes, they did.
Do you know what
I
happened?
mean, I don't know how long they were in Virginia, but they did leave Virginia.
You okay to that?
I don't.
Okay. And when they were in Virginia, you said they started moving. Do you know if they ultimately left Virginia?
Yes, they did.
Do you know where they went?
I believe North Carolina, and I know at some points they were in South Carolina. I'm not sure of anywhere else.
Okay. And how did you get information of where they were?
We communicated by Signal, the Signal app.
Can you tell us what Signal app is to the best that you understood?
An app where you could communicate, but in short time afterwards, it would be erased and there would be no record of it.
Who asked you to start using Signal app?
Mindi and Nick.
Had you ever used that before?
No.
Were you familiar with it before they asked you to use it?
Only from reading about it in a book.
Okay. And was that the means by which you started communicating with? And was this-
Sometimes email, but mainly Signal.
Okay. And when you, at that time,
No.
do you know how or what happened in terms of his departure from the Navy?
We were told that he wanted to go into some other field, and I believe he worked for maybe the Department of Veterans Affairs shortly and for a while, and
So it was your understanding that was why he left?
yes,
Okay. And that was the job you thought that he took after he left the Navy?
yes,
Okay. Do you know what he did for the Department of Veteran Affairs?
no.
Did he ever tell you?
I don't, I mean, I know he's a lawyer, but I don't really know,
Okay.
so.
Did there come a time when Mr. Kassotis wound up moving somewhere where you were present as well?
Yes.
Tell the jury how that came to be the situation.
Well, I know they came down one Christmas and spent Christmas in Hilton Head when we were living there. And
When you say we, who do you mean?
my husband and myself, my son, and my daughter-in-law, Frank
Okay.
the Fourth and Megan.
Okay, and so do you mean Frank the Fourth then and Megan?
And my husband, yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
and where was Matthew?
Poor Matthew, I just totally forgot him.
Well, at some point, did Matthew go to school?
Yes, he went to college after he graduated high school, so.
Okay, was that an away school or was he home?
Yes, no, he went to school in Douglas, Georgia, 2 years, and then to Milledgeville, 2 years.
Okay, so he had moved out of the house, Matthew, at that point? Yeah. When he went to college?
Yes,
Okay, and when you were living with Frank the Fourth and Megan, where in the country were you living at that time?
Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Okay, and were Mr. Kassotis and your daughter at that point?
No, they didn't come. I believe it would ask him to come pick them up in Beaufort, and
StreamYard, you are just lazy. Lazy, lazy, lazy StreamYard.
their dog Rusty.
Okay. When they came to stay with Frank the Fourth and Megan, was Mr. Kassotis working?
He had his computer and he was doing computer work.
Okay, and describe for the jury what you saw him doing on a day-to-day basis.
He would get up in the morning and work all through the day on his computer and into the early morning hours.
Okay, did you ever have an opportunity to look at what was on his computer monitor?
No, I did not.
Why not?
Well, for one reason, I wanted to be respectful, and I also thought it wasn't any of my business, but.
Did he ever advise you you weren't permitted to look?
Objection to leading.
Withdrawn, I'll rephrase. At that point, you believed he was working for what company?
Something to do with Microsoft.
Okay, but you didn't know more than simply that?
No,
Okay.
I did not.
And when you observed him, you said he was working from the early morning hours until late at night, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Were you ever able to hear him having communications with anybody by WebEx?
No, I never did.
Did you ever have any opportunity to hear meetings by any other platform like Skype or anything like that?
No, I did not.
So all you saw was him?
No, she was not.
Okay, do you know why she was not working?
Well, one basic reason was she was scared to death to leave the house, so.
Tell us what you mean by that.
Well, there were supposed to be people after them. They supposedly had security, and so she was true fear for her life.
Did you believe that?
Yes.
And when you said that she was fearful for her life, did you ever see the security team that they referred to?
No, I did not.
Did you ever speak to anyone from a security team?
Only by email.
Okay. At some point, there were email communications.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you believe?
That is so sad that she was so afraid for her life, and the person she trusted most in the world is the one that took it from her.
Believe that was the security team?
I did.
And tell us what the living arrangements were at Frank and Megan's house.
They had a 2-story house. The bedrooms were upstairs, and Frank and Megan had the master bedroom. And then when Mindy and Nick came to live there, I moved into the little kind of middle bedroom so they could have the bigger bedroom and lots of windows and stuff.
Okay. So all of you each had, meaning each couple, had your own bedroom?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did there come a time when there were any problems with the living arrangements with Frank and Megan?
I'm trying to think exactly when it was. Maybe like March or April of 2022, with the real estate market, they wanted to sell their house because there was such a good real estate market, and so that's when problems started to occur.
Okay. What were those problems?
Well, they asked Mindy and Nick to please have their security move them somewhere else so they could get the house ready to sell. And with a dog, they had Rusty, and so it was hard to put your house on the market with all of that going on.
Okay. And at that time, you believed that the security team was supposed to move Nick and Mindy?
Yes.
Okay. Did they move out?
They did, but my son finally, after weeks of going on, he finally went and filed an eviction,
So
hoping
Nick-
to force the security people to do something.
Okay. And the security people, were they providing any, if you know, was any money being paid to Frank and Megan for Mr. Kassotis and Mindy staying at Frank and Megan's house?
I don't really know.
Okay. But it was your understanding that the security team would have to move them?
Yes.
Okay. And ultimately, did Mr. Kassotis and your daughter leave the residence?
They did.
Do you know what the circumstances surrounding that were?
Yes. Frank the Fourth filed the eviction, and it got down to where however many hours or days it is, we were down to the last couple of days, and I told Nick, Frank the Fourth is dead serious about this. Y'all need to be gone when they were out of town for a few days because it was Memorial Day. So I said, when they get home, y'all need to be gone. And so I said, I can help. I can pay for a hotel for a few days if that'll help you. So we ended up loading up, and I took them to a hotel in Savannah.
Okay. And when you say I took them, were you alone at that time with the two of them and the dog?
Yes.
Where was your husband Frank and your son Matthew?
Matthew played ball in the Northwoods League for a team in Illinois, so Frank had taken him to Illinois to get him settled and stayed a few days, and so he wasn't there.
So neither of them were there with you at the time?
Correct.
Okay. And you said we all loaded up in the car. Whose car?
It was actually Matthew's old Altima.
Did Mindy or Mr. Kassotis have a vehicle at that point?
No, they did not.
Okay. And you drove to Savannah with them,
Yes.
that was Memorial Day weekend, is that right? Okay, and before that,
More than a few days, a week, maybe a week or two, and then I finally said, you know, we just can't keep doing this, so,
the security team didn't pay for the hotel?
no.
And when you got to Savannah, you said you paid for about a week or two. Where did you move after that, if you did?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
You said you stayed in a hotel for about 2 weeks, right?
They did.
They did,
They
okay?
did, yes.
And that was them by themselves?
Yes.
My apologies.
No,
So
no problem.
where were you staying at that point?
I was still with Frank and Megan until they sold the house, and,
I see. So you paid for Mr. Kassotis and your daughter to stay in that hotel, and you then stayed with Frank and Megan?
yes, like I had been before, yes.
Okay. Did there come a time when they moved out of the hotel?
Yes, Mr. Kassotis said he had arranged a place in Savannah, so, and asked us if we would like to come and stay with them, so all of us did.
Okay.
From-
Okay. And when you went to stay with them, where did you go to stay?
It was a house on 65th Street
Okay.
in Savannah.
Do you know what kind of a property that was? Meaning, did they own it? Did they rent it? Did they?
It was rented or Airbnb, something like that.
Okay. And at that point, who was paying for the property?
Mr. Kassotis,
Okay. And was Mindy still not working at this point?
yes,
Did Mindy leave the house at all?
no,
Did Mr. Kassotis leave the house?
yes, he did.
How did he, when he left the house, was he on foot? Did he have a car? How did he go?
I don't remember exactly when it was, when we had been there a little bit. Nick got a car, but before that, Frank would take them wherever they wanted. My husband, Frank, would take them. If he needed to go to the store or wherever, he would take them.
And at this point, when Frank was driving them, did you have concerns about their safety? Meaning Frank and Mr. Kassotis, if they went to go do errands or things?
No, not really.
Why not?
I don't know. I just never really was fearful when they went out.
Did you work?
I did. I was working at a law firm.
Did you ever have conversations with Mr. Kassotis about your safety?
Once or twice.
Did he ever express concerns about your safety?
Time that Nick's father and uncle had come to the house, and so that after that, they told me what kind of car it was, so I remember if I was out walking by myself in downtown, I would look for that car or van or whatever it was.
Did he tell you what type of car?
He did, but I couldn't, I don't remember what it was.
Okay. But other than that, he never expressed concerns for your safety being out, going back and forth to work every day?
No.
Did you ever meet Mr. Kassotis' employers?
No.
Did you meet his coworkers?
Just his,
From what time period in his life?
I believe from when he was at the Pentagon.
Okay. Did you ever meet any of his coworkers from when he worked for Microsoft?
No.
Other than on the computer, did you ever meet anybody associated with those positions?
No.
And I say on the computer, I mean when he was using the computer.
Yes.
Did he continue to use the computer all day, every day at the place in Savannah?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Now, you stayed in the house in Savannah. Can you tell us, describe for the jury what that house was like? What did it look like?
Well, when you came in, you came into the living room, and then there was like a small bathroom, then a small dining room, and then the kitchen, and then there was a pretty good sized, like a den or a TV room, and then there were 2 bedrooms and a full bath in between the 2 bedrooms, but they were separated by the bath. so-
Okay, so there was a bedroom, a bathroom, and then a second bedroom?
Yes.
Were there doors between the bathroom to the bedrooms, or just in the hallway?
I'm not sure if there was a door that actually led back there or not. I'm not sure.
Okay, but you could get in there from the hallway?
Yes,
Okay, is that the door you used?
yes,
Okay. Now, you said there was a second bathroom as well, is that right?
yes, ma'am.
And did you have a quote designated bathroom that you and your husband used, or did you share? How did that work?
We all, well, there was only one where there was a shower in the main bathroom, but we were all on different schedules, so we never had a problem with that. But, and then there was, you could all go to the other needed to.
Okay. Now, which of the bedrooms was yours, meaning you and Mr. Frank?
As you would come in, we were the one on the left.
Okay.
Theirs was the one on the right.
Okay. And where was Rusty at this point?
Either in the bedroom or, sometimes he'd come, I mean, he would come out to the den and let us pet him and stuff.
Was he a shedder?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of a dog was Rusty?
I don't know what breed, but he was kind of large and,
Okay.
but very sweet.
Okay. Do you know what color he was?
Kind of a reddish brown.
Okay. And Rusty stayed at the house with you though while you were in
Yes,
Savannah?
he did.
Okay. Now, at this point, you had told us that there was a security team, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, did you have a good relationship with your daughter?
Yes.
Do you think you knew her pretty well?
Yes, I do.
Would you have considered her gullible?
No,
So when she told you she was afraid, did you believe her?
absolutely.
Okay. And did her behavior seem to be consistent with that?
Yes, very much so.
Okay. Did you believe Mr. Kassotis when he advised you that they were in danger?
Yes.
Did he ever try to prevent you from going to work?
Only one day when he said there was something big happening and he said he thought I should not go to work. And so I didn't. I said I had a problem that day and couldn't come to work, and so I didn't.
But other than that day, did he ever
No.
tell you to stay at home for your own safety?
No.
To your knowledge, and from your interaction being in the house, did you believe that your daughter was still happily married to Mr. Kassotis?
Yes, I did think so.
Okay. And at some point you indicated that they advised you, or he advised you that she was pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if having a baby was important to them? Did they ever talk about it with you?
I think it was, yes.
Okay. And even in the middle of all the security risk, they still wanted to have a child?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever go to the doctor with her?
No, I did not.
Do you know who her doctor was?
No.
Do you know what facility she was being seen at?
No.
Did Mr. Kassotis ever tell you any of that information? Meaning where?
About the doctors?
Yeah.
No.
Were you still at the Savannah house?
Yes.
So you had moved in around, you said, I believe, Memorial Day, is that right?
Well, no, that's when we actually left Frank and Megan's house. It was sometime in June.
My personal opinion, they're both pretty gullible, but that's just my personal opinion. Because, yeah, how do you live like that? How do you, I mean, I'd be wanting some answers. I'd be like, if you have a security team, why am I involved? Why am I paying for your hotel room? And yeah, like, this is, I wouldn't be falling for this. I'd be like, you're going to sit down and you're going to tell me what's going on.
And we were still there in November.
Okay. And when you talk about November, what were your plans for Thanksgiving?
Matthew and his baseball friend were going to earn extra money by working at Kenny B's in Hilton Head. They did a bunch, like 250 turkey packages, so they helped fry turkeys and put packages together and take them out to people's cars. So we all went to Hilton Head the Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, until Sunday afternoon.
When you say we all, who are you referring to specifically?
My husband, myself, Matthew, and his friend Bradley.
Okay. So Rusty, Mindi, and Mr. Kassotis did not join you?
No,
Do you know where they were when you left for Thanksgiving on that Wednesday, the day before?
at home as far as I knew.
Okay. Do you know at that time when you left for Thanksgiving, how was Mindi feeling?
She'd been having some blood pressure problems, so sometimes she would lay down at night so that she could stay up until Nick would come to bed. So
Okay. Why did you believe she had blood pressure problems?
I believe that's what I was told.
Okay. Do you remember who told you that?
No, I don't.
So would it have been one of them, meaning
Yes,
your daughter
yes.
or Mr. Kassotis? Okay. Were there any other people that ever told you about her medical conditions
No,
or her pregnancy?
no,
Just the two of them?
yes.
Okay. Now, you said that you left on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving of 2022. Would it be fair to say that that was November 23rd? If you know.
That would have been pretty close date.
Okay. So it was the last Wednesday.
There was definitely the day before Thanksgiving,
Okay.
whatever, it falls 3 or 4 days apart sometimes, but
Okay. Why did you come back on Sunday?
we had booked the condo so we could all enjoy it for a few days and enjoy being away. It helped Matthew and Bradley.
Okay.
Happy to stay after worked hard all day.
Did you have to go back to work on Monday?
I did.
And did you return work that Monday?
Yes.
Okay. When you came back to Savannah, you said you went back to work, so let me not assume. Did you come back to Savannah after?
On the
Hilton?
Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Okay. And who came back to the house in Savannah?
Just Frank, my husband, and myself.
Okay. And when you left for Thanksgiving, was Mindi alive?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. Do you recall when you last saw her before you left for Thanksgiving?
Not precisely.
Okay. Was it that day?
No. When I would leave for work in the morning, she was never up that early because she would stay up late with Mr. Kassotis. So
Okay. Do you remember how long before? You said no, but is it a day before, a couple days before? You just don't recall exactly?
probably, maybe, I'm guessing the week before.
Okay. So the week before, meaning that Wednesday you left, sometime in that week, meaning until the preceding Wednesday. Okay. And at that point, when you left for Hilton Head, that was your understanding?
Yes.
When you returned from Hilton Head, did you see Mindi?
No.
Okay. Do you know where she went or was?
Well, we were told on Monday that, that Nick had taken her to the hospital because they were going to do some testing and try to work on her blood pressure. And so we were happy that she was actually, maybe they could figure out what was wrong with, her blood pressure and get her feeling better.
Okay. Did he tell you what hospital he took her to?
It was supposed to be some type of military hospital on a base.
Okay. And did you go see her?
No, because we figured we probably wouldn't be allowed to because it was supposed to be on a base.
Okay. And who told you that it was on a military base?
Mr. Kassotis.
Okay. At that point, did he tell you who her doctor was?
No,
Did he give you any information specifically about what was going on at the military base or where it was?
no. We just knew they were doing testing. I didn't know where. We were in Savannah, so we thought it was probably the base close to Savannah, so.
Did a doctor ever come to the house to treat her while you were there?
Told us that a doctor came, but I never saw anyone.
Okay. Now,
A VA doctor
you
did
said
not come to the house.
Sunday you came back and Monday you went to work.
Yes, ma'am.
Was there anything else about that week that was important that you remember?
My husband Frank had a hip operation on that Wednesday, and he stayed overnight in the hospital and then came home Thursday around noon.
Do you remember the date? Okay. And was that what hospital?
St. Joseph,
Did he stay overnight?
he did.
Where did you stay?
I stayed in the hospital till about 9 or 10, and then I came back and stayed at the house.
And that's the house in Savannah?
Yes, with Mr. Kassotis.
Okay. Was Mr. Kassotis there at the time?
Yes.
How did Mr. Frank get back from the hospital?
I picked him up and brought him home, and Mr. Kassotis helped me. There were like 3 steps out in the front, and so he helped me get him up the steps after his operation and into the house, and told me to go back to work. He would handle it. He'd take care of him. So.
Okay. So he went in for the hip surgery, you said, on November 30th. What day did you pick him up?
December 1st.
And that would have been then the Thursday?
Yes.
Okay. So November 30th you went in, December 1st you came and picked him up. And do you recall what time you went to pick him up on December 1st?
You know who my dog is named
I
after,
think he
right?
got out maybe around 11:30, maybe 11:30.
So it was still in the earlier part of the day?
Yes.
And when Mr. Kassotis offered to look after him, what did you do?
I went on to work since he said he would. He said, I will keep an eye on him. I'll help him. I'll do whatever he needs. You go on back to work. So I went on, to work.
How long did you stay at work that day?
I think I left around 5:30,
Okay. Where'd you go after you left work?
straight back to the house.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you went back to the house, who did you find at the house?
Just my,
It's
just my
named after
husband.
James
So
Marster
he was
Spike.
alone in the house at the
My
Yes.
dog is named after Spike.
Did you know where Mr. Kassotis was?
No, not really.
Okay. Did he eventually come home?
He did. He came home shortly after I got back.
Can you tell the jury what happened when he got home?
Yes, I heard him come, hey, how's Mindi doing? And he just started bawling, crying hysterically and talking, and I really couldn't even understand much of what he said. So I said, please come out and sit in.
Yeah, Judy, people that pray people that prey on people look for families that are like this, that overlook red flags. Predators look for people that overlook red flags. I don't know how they suss them out, but they do.
In the living room, the den or whatever, and tell us what's wrong. And so that's when, I mean, all I could really understand was
know.
she's
I'm
not
just
coming
messing with you.
home. So,
Is that
and
when
he meant Mindi.
Is that when he told you?
Yes.
And when he said she's not coming home, did you understand what he meant when he first said it?
No, not really. I mean, the way he was crying, I figured it was not good.
She's not
So,
home.
Did he eventually tell you she died?
yes, and he did not know he didn't know exactly what had happened. He said he'd been texting her all morning and she didn't answer, so he thought she was sleeping.
Okay. At that point, when he told you that she had died,
Oh my God.
did you have an opportunity?
Excuse me just a minute.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't expect this. No wonder she wasn't reported missing.
Tom,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. Do you need a minute?
Okay.
Was Mr. Franklin told you?
Yes,
Okay. So the three of you in the room?
yes,
Was there anyone else there?
just Rusty.
Okay. And at that point, you said that he didn't have any idea how or why she died?
That's what he said. He said he was going the next day and they were gonna talk to him and tell him what happened.
At that point, did he tell you what hospital?
No, no,
Did he tell you her doctor's name?
no,
Were you able to see her body?
no.
Did you ask why?
No, we talked about having a service or something after the first of the year, but with her being married to him, we thought that was his responsibility. We weren't going to say, hey, we want to take care of the body when she's married to him, so we
Okay.
thought he was gonna handle it.
And did you believe that he would take care of that?
Yes,
Did he indicate to you whether there would be a funeral service of sort?
when we talked about it, he said, it would be after the first of the year, maybe we'd have some type of memorial service. And we said, okay,
Did that
Oh
ever
my
happen?
God.
no,
What is wrong with this family? This is Thanksgiving. You're
Did
gonna
Mr.
have a memorial
Kassotis ever
service
tell
after
you
the first of
that
the
she
year?
was mistakenly cremated?
no,
Did he ever have a death certificate for her?
not that I saw.
Did he ever show you any medical paperwork concerning?
No,
So it was your understanding that at the time of her death, she was at the hospital, correct?
yes, and then when he went back to the hospital, he told us that she was in her room and she needed to go to the bathroom, so the nurses unhooked her from all of her equipment, and she went to the bathroom, and then the nurse got called away, and she went back and got into bed and had a stroke. And there was no one there. I mean, she wasn't hooked up, so that's supposedly what happened to her.
Did you ever see paperwork from him suing the hospital?
No,
To your knowledge, did he, as an attorney, then sue the hospital for leaving his wife unattended to die from a stroke?
Not that I know of.
That's BS right there.
He was a lawyer at that point, correct?
Yes.
That is
With no
BS.
documentation of any sort that he provided you?
No, no documentation.
I can 100% tell you why that's BS, but
Did you believe him at the time?
Yes, I did.
oh
How
my
does that
god.
make you feel in hindsight?
Oh my god.
Stupid, naive, trusting.
Did you trust him?
Yes, we did.
Can you tell the jury what happened in the days after Mr. Kassotis told you that Mindi died?
On Monday, following when we were told she died the Thursday before, he told us that arrangements had been made for us, that they had rented us a condo in Hilton Head, and that he was going to, we were going to separate. Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. We were going to, he helped, we all started packing, except Frank couldn't really do anything because he had had that hip operation. So Mr. Kassotis and I packed everything up in the house, and then on Tuesday, that Tuesday, we went to Hilton Head, and he went along with us in his car with Rusty.
So on the Thursday, you get notified that your daughter has passed. And on the Monday, he tells you pack up, we're moving.
Yes.
And was it your understanding he was staying with you and Frank still?
No, he was gonna go his own way.
And who was gonna pay for your new place?
Security, Mr. Kassotis, I'm not sure.
Okay.
That really wasn't clear, so,
But,
yes.
okay. Where did, well, let me back up for just one moment. How many cars left Savannah?
2.
Which 2 vehicles?
Our car and Mr. Kassotis's car.
Which car were you in?
I was driving our car.
And that would be
Because-
Matthew's old car?
No, that was our car.
You had another car?
Yes.
Okay. So you were in the car driving to Hilton Head with whom?
My husband.
Okay. Where was Mr. Kassotis?
He had his own car, and we went together, caravaned or whatever.
Okay, but you never got in his car?
Only after we had finished packing to say goodbye to Rusty.
Okay, and where was that, in Savannah or somewhere else?
Hilton Head.
Okay, so when you got to Hilton Head, where was, you said he was in the vehicle, Rusty?
Yes.
Okay, and you said goodbye to Rusty at the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Now, other than that, you didn't ride in the car to Hilton Head?
No, ma'am.
How far was the drive approximately from Savannah to up to Hilton Head, do you recall?
Why is it
Probably
frozen?
close to an hour.
Okay, and when you got to, what kind of a community or housing arrangements had been made for you and your husband?
Yes, we were staying at Hilton Head Beach and Tennis Club, which has gated.
What is happening, Court TV?
Just a physical gate?
There we go.
No, there's an attendant.
Okay. And
No.
did Mr. Kassotis come with you to that location
Yes, he did.
when you have an opportunity to say goodbye to him, or did he
Yes,
stay?
he helped us bring stuff, some stuff into the house, and then we all said goodbye.
Did you expect to see him again?
Yes, we did.
Did you ever?
No.
So.
Did you
was
find
the-
out what happened to Mr. Kassotis?
Okay, I'm a little bit confused. The house that the Airbnb house, that was the house where they were all living together? So that's the house where she died? Were Were they living there at the time? I'm confused.
After you were left at that location in Hilton Head, you and Mr. Frank?
In February, we were notified by his security team that he had been in a car accident and wasn't in very good shape, and we asked if we would be allowed to come and see him. And
Were you allowed to?
no.
Ultimately, was that communication over the phone, in person?
That was an email communication.
So you got an email notification from the security team that he had been in a terrible car accident?
Yes.
Was there any follow-up communication from the security team concerning his condition?
Yes, I believe it was several weeks later we were told that unfortunately he had died.
Was that also by email?
Yes, it was.
So the security team, did you know what agency or like what that was related to?
Are you talking about like who the email came from?
No, I mean
Or-
who the security team was specifically. Did he ever tell you, was that a government agency, a private agency?
No, we weren't told specifically.
Okay, and when you received those emails, did they come to your email?
Yes,
Did you preserve them and save them?
I did.
And at that point, did you believe that Mr. Kassotis had passed away and died?
I absolutely did.
Okay, did you have communications with any of their friends and family concerning his death? Or was it with them? Sorry.
Well,
One sec, let me rephrase that.
yes, ma'am.
Did you speak to anybody that you knew about his passing?
We called Cameron and her husband and told them, his friend Cameron, that they were both in their wedding.
Okay, and you told Cameron that Mr. Kassotis had died in the car accident?
Yes.
Okay, did you also convey that to Miss Wynn, Angela Wynn?
I believe so.
Okay, and during the course of that, did you believe he was dead at that point?
Yes. So we were already grieving for Mindi, and we were grieving for him. So.
These people are gonna need therapy.
Did law enforcement ever come to talk to you about this case?
Yes. It was in early May, I believe it was. And it was sometime after lunch, and I was going to walk over to Starbucks to get a coffee, and my friend Toby called me and asked me where I was and said, "Get back here, the GBI is here to see you." So I walked straight back to the office, and Mr. Sands and his partner came in the conference room, and we started talking about Mindi.
Did you believe that Agent Sands was actually a member of the GBI?
Yes, then I did.
Of course she did.
Somebody had actually called us, and I don't know if it was Agent Sands, but I checked, like Googled him and stuff. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't
That
a
she checked.
scam or something.
Were you concerned considering all of the information that you had heard over the last couple of years?
Yes.
Did you doubt that he might be with the GBI?
Not when he came to see me, but I did on the call, so,
Okay, so you got a call first and then they came to see you?
yeah.
Call to verify who Agent Sands was? I mean, by email, did you communicate with anybody concerning Agent Sands?
Not that I remember.
Okay, I'm going to show you some exhibits, if I may, Your Honor. Counsel, I'm referring to 1.87, 1.88,
Oh man, this is
1.89,
crazy.
and 1.90.
Could get any
May I
better.
approach, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
This is nuts. These poor people.
Take a moment and just read through those.
Pardon me.
Take your time.
can sit here and judge, but it's still horrible what was done to them. It's false. He just got lucky and found the right people to bamboozle.
All right,
Do you recall those emails?
I do.
And how do you recognize those emails?
They're all printed from, you know, my personal Gmail, account.
Okay, and can you tell us how those emails came to be in the possession of the state in connection with this case? How did those get received?
I went back and looked for them and, printed them and, sent them to you.
Did office, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you also send some of them to Agent Sands, if you recall?
I don't recall. I know he had me, do some work on the email that we got about, Mr. Kassotis passing away, but to see where it came from and that kind of stuff, but.
Okay. And do those emails have a quote to and from on them?
Yes.
And can you tell us from whom those emails are received?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I think my glasses are kind of fogging up and,
It's okay.
yes, I'm sorry. So, they're all to my personal email and, it's like a company, they're from somebody at Apis Limited, and
Okay.
Apis Limited, which was security, and,
Of course you are.
and then one, a Proton email,
Okay.
security, I guess.
Okay. And did you know what Proton email was?
No,
Okay. And when you received those emails, are those a fair and accurate printout of what you
Yes.
sent? Okay. And
absolutely.
are they modified in any way other than those red stickers on them?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, at this time, I would seek to introduce those emails. That would be, if I may.
87 through 90.
Thank you.
Any objection?
I can just see them for a moment.
All right.
No objection, no.
They are admitted without objection.
At this time, I'd like to publish them, if we can turn that on. Thank you. Can you see that on the monitor?
Yes.
And in that subject line, is that correct?
Yes.
And on the top right, okay? And is the body of that email the email that you received?
Yes.
And does it have a date there
February the 22nd,
of 2023?
2023, sorry.
Okay. And that email, was that the one that you just indicated had the apislimited.com? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes, apislimited.com.
Okay. Did you actually know Jones M.J. personally?
No,
Had you ever met that person?
no,
Did you know who that was?
no.
And this email, what was this email in reference to?
They're responding to our request to see Nicholas when we said we wanted to see him, and we didn't care if he was in a coma. We would sit with him and hold his hand and talk to him.
Is that after you had been informed he was in the car accident?
Yes.
Okay. Now, that, for the record, is 1.87. I'm now turning to exhibit 1.88. Does that also reflect your email address on it?
Yes, it does.
And is there a subject line in this email?
Update.
And who was that from?
The security department, Apis Liviton,
And what date was that?
February 26th.
And on that
2023.
date, what was the notification that you received?
They were sorry to inform us that Mr. Kassotis passed away.
So you got a death notification by email.
Yes.
Did you ever speak to anybody in person about his passing?
No.
Did anybody come to see you and talk to you?
No.
Did anybody call you?
No.
Did you talk to his parents?
No, I did not.
Now turning your attention to 189, where it, pointing to the top half of this email. Do you have a date on that email?
April 19, 2023.
And are you one of the recipients of this email? Under the CC?
Hold on just a second here, I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. Did that go to somebody in addition to just you?
Yes. It was my my husband and, I'm sorry, this isn't a real clear,
If I can, Your Honor, may I approach and provide the witness with the written copy?
Or name.
Here you go.
Sorry about that. Yes.
Okay. Did you and your husband reach out to the security, what you believe to be the security team in connection with your housing?
Yes.
What was your concern?
We were just wondering what was going on.
So at this point, in April of 2023, would it be fair to say that you believe that Mr. Kassotis and your daughter had already passed?
Yes.
And his security team was still paying for your housing at that point, is that correct?
3 March, yes.
Okay. Did they ever respond to you and Mr. Mebane, your husband? And I'm pointing to the next portion of this exhibit.
Yes, April 20th.
Okay? And would it be fair to say that they were attempting to make accommodations for you,
Yes.
even though he was gone
Yes.
and she was gone?
Yes.
I'm now pointing to the lower portion of the next email, starting at the top of I believe that is 1.90, is that correct? The exhibit in your hand. It starts with telephone texts from the Georgia Bureau of Investigation.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. Who did you reach out to on May 2nd of 2023?
And I obviously misspoke a little while ago and I said I didn't, but
Okay.
yes, we did. We said, hey, we've been contacted by them. Like we said, we were still under the impression that they were both dead and security was, we didn't know. So yes, we said we've been contacted and.
Okay. And did you also at some point speak to your son, Frank IV, about all of this?
I'm sure I did.
Okay. Did you inquire and look up Agent Sands to verify him?
Yes, well, at least, yes, the Statesboro office, yes.
Okay. And ultimately, that's when you saw him in person at your office?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. On May 3rd of 2023, did you receive a response from new no-names at proton.me?
Yes.
What did they say?
All they really wanted to know was who was the family family member that had a communication.
They wanted information from you.
Yes.
They didn't give you any information?
No.
I thank you. Did Mr. Kassotis explain to you ever, over the phone, any communications, what had happened after Mindy passed and before he was dead?
He called us one time in, I want to say late January or early February.
What did he say?
We were just talking about different things. He had told us that he was going to meet his real mother, that, you know, we were told that he was adopted or stolen or something. And so when we left him in December, he was going to meet his real mother.
Okay. Did you expect to see him after speaking to him that one time?
Yes, he said he would like to come to see one of the Matthews games.
Okay. Did that ever happen?
No.
When was the first time that you learned that Mr. Kassotis was not dead?
When Agent Sands visited me in my office in Savannah.
Was that surprising to you?
Yes, we were talking about Mr. Kassotis, and I probably know, but he died several months ago, and he just kind of gave me a sad look and said, no, he's not dead. That's when I learned that he wasn't.
Now, when you sat down and you spoke with Agent Sands, did he ask you to provide him with a DNA sample?
He did, and I agreed.
Okay. Would it be fair to say that's just a Q-tip, basically, that
Yes.
swabs on the inside of your cheek?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you do that voluntarily?
I did.
And you provided that on the day he came to see you?
Yes.
Just so we're clear for the record, do you see Agent Sands here in the courtroom today?
Yes, he's sitting beside of you.
Okay, the record can reflect she's pointed to, or she's indicated him.
I can't imagine.
Prior to,
I can't imagine what must have been going through her head. Do you think that maybe she thought, well, if he's not dead, maybe she's not dead either? Can you imagine? I bet she thought that. Oh my God. Jill. Dude, you need to, oh. I was just about to say that, Judy. I was just about to tell her that. Oh my God. Jill. I know, right? This is insane. I don't think I've ever covered a case this crazy. This is nuts. This is one for the books, man. This is going to be one. This is going to be on true crime stuff forever.
Agent Sands coming to see you, had you heard about the unidentified woman in Riceboro, Liberty County?
No.
Did you know that there was somebody out there?
No, I didn't.
And at that point, did you even have a reason to think that that might be Mindy, if you had known?
No.
Your Honor, I'd like to approach the witness with 1.85.
You might.
Do you recognize what's depicted in that photograph?
Yes, pictures of my daughter and then one picture of her with Mr. Kassotis.
Are those all fair pictures of actually her and him? You recognize them?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time I'd seek to introduce 1.85.
Any objection?
Okay.
It's admitted.
At this time I'd like
Right
to
after
publish, Your Honor.
lunch. So it'll be very beginning of the stream, the afternoon stream.
In all the time you knew Mr. Kassotis, did you ever know him to hunt?
No.
I have nothing further.
Mr. Weinstein?
Good afternoon, Ms. Mebane. My name is Doug Weinstein, and I'm representing Mr. Kassotis in this case. I'm going to endeavor to not keep you up here much longer.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's talk a little bit about your daughter, Mindi.
All right.
Okay. So, Mindi was quite accomplished, correct?
I believe so, yes.
And a very intelligent young woman.
Absolutely.
And you said that your relationship was very close, correct?
Yes.
And Mindi would have no reason to lie to you.
Not that I'm aware of.
And you said that Mindi was in genuine fear for her life, correct?
Yes.
They were moving all over the place, correct?
From what I was told, yes.
From what you were told by Mindi, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Mindi had told you that she and Nick were in danger, correct?
Yes.
And as you said, you believed Mindi.
I did.
And you said Mindi is not a gullible woman,
No.
or was not, I'm sorry, a gullible woman. When got the place in Savannah on, I believe, 65th Street. They at 65th Street, correct?
Yes.
They invited you and your husband, Frank III, to move in with them, correct?
Yes.
And may I just ask, why did you move in with them?
Well, we loved them for one thing, and we either needed to get our own place, which we were happy doing, or then when they said, you know, they'd have room for us and they'd like us to, we said, okay.
And you say that you loved them. Were you and your husband, Frank, close with Mindi and Nick?
I feel like we were, yes.
Regarding the claim that Mindi was pregnant, that was Mindi that had told you that, correct?
I'm not sure exactly who told us, but I know Nick talked to us about it also.
Nick also told you, but Mindi as well told you. They both had told you that she
I
was
believe
pregnant.
so, yes.
You say that you saw Mr. Kassotis doing computer work all the time, correct?
Yes.
Where would he, I know they moved in several places and you saw him working in several places. So for these questions, let's focus on 65th Street.
All right.
Where would Mr. Kassotis do his work on 65th Street?
He would sit on the couch in the living room just to the right of as you came in the door.
And when you say do his work, this was his work on his computer, correct?
Yes, computer work.
And as you said earlier, you never saw the work that he was doing on the screen.
No, I did not.
So you can't testify as to what was going on the screen while Nick was working, correct?
Correct.
You say that you had never met the security team that was supposed to be protecting Nick and Mindi, correct?
That is correct.
But there were certain actions that you would perform at Nick's behest, correct? So for example, I think you testified that one day Nick urged you to not go to work.
Yes.
Did he explain to you why you couldn't go to work?
He just said that there was something big gonna happen or gonna be in the news, and he thought it might be dangerous for me to go to work that day.
So it appeared to you, did it appear to you that he was concerned about your safety that day?
Yes.
When did you tell your son, Frank the Fourth, that Mindi had passed?
I believe it was the day after we were told that she had died. They were actually on a cruise, and so I'm sure I ruined the last night of their cruise for them.
They being
Frank
the Fourth?
the Fourth and his wife Megan.
So you weren't present, you didn't tell them in person?
No,
You told them while they
no.
were on the cruise ship,
That
correct?
is correct.
How did he respond?
Shock.
Why do you say he responded with shock?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for her to know his thoughts.
Well, she said that it was shock. I'd just like to know why she believed it was a shocked response.
I'm pretty certain that anybody who is
Thank
told
you.
that their sister has died when she's 40 years old and in relatively good health would be shocked.
When you said that you don't believe that Nick Kassotis was a hunter. Do you have hunters in your family?
My son Matthew hunts some, but that's it.
What kind of hunting, as far as you know, does Matthew do?
I don't really know. I'd have to guess.
Well, I don't want you to guess at any of my questions, okay? So please don't. I know you testified about a couple of times that you and Mr. Kassotis were in contact following your move to Hilton Head when he left.
I believe one time.
And he reached out to you.
Yes.
Did he reach out to you over Signal?
I don't recall.
Is that the normal way he would communicate with you?
Yes.
And when you communicated with him, you would communicate to him via Signal as well?
Yes. Occasionally we did, we emailed, but it was mainly Signal.
Did you ever attempt to reach out to Mr. Kassotis after he had helped y'all move to Hilton Head?
No. I don't believe so.
I don't know if you recall this, but let me ask. Do you recall if Mindi had ever told you that she and Nick were planning on leaving the area?
Did Mindi tell me that?
Did Mindi tell you that?
I don't recall if it was Nick or Mindi. I don't recall.
But one of them had told you that they were planning on leaving the area
Yes.
prior to, yeah, I withdraw all that. Did Mindi ever tell you that they were planning on changing the security concerns?
Yes, they did. Mm-hmm.
Did she, when you say they, was it, I want to try to be more specific. Do you know which one or both?
I believe it was both, and I think we were all sitting down at dinner one night because they told us they'd chosen the name Stark, and we all kind of laughed about it, you know, being in the Avengers, so.
Okay. Thank you very much. I have no more questions. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Just very briefly. You've referenced signal several times. Is
Yes,
that a
ma'am.
voice or a text?
Text.
So you didn't talk over the phone, you just texted back and forth?
Yes.
Okay, so every time that you've referenced the word signal, was that a physical text
A
message?
physical text message.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you spoke with Mr. Kassotis, you said the one time after Mindi had passed, was that a voice message, like talking to him on the phone?
Yes, it was on the
Okay,
phone.
so that was the one time it was on the phone?
Yes.
Okay. Just to be clear, were there, how did they move when they needed to move? Their things, how did they move their belongings?
They would just pack up and, I'm trying to think if they had a vehicle, but yes, I think they had a truck maybe or something like that.
Were there baby items?
Only maybe if like I had given them something or,
Okay. I have nothing further.
Any further?
No further questions.
Thank you, ma'am. You can step in.
The owner said, he said, so there's your 4 people.
All right, there's been a request for Rick, so we'll go ahead and take a brief recess. Ladies and gentlemen, you're excused for the moment.
There's your 4 people. Mom, Dad, Mindy, and him. So when did he actually, oh, wait a minute. No, I'm trying to figure out, maybe when her dad was in the hospital? When did he say he took her to the hospital? When was that? I need to take better notes. I really do. So they went to Hilton Head for Thanksgiving. They came back to Savannah. And then Dad had the hip surgery. We could zoom a little. And yeah, just because this is right, there are get conned into joining cults all the time. I imagine one person, if they're good enough at convincing someone that they're what they need, I bet when he was working on his computer, he was talking to that other girlfriend, the one that is now his wife. I hope she divorced his butt. He's probably convinced her that this is all a mix up and it didn't happen or whatever. What a creep. Man. I was shocked. Because, all along I've been saying, how did nobody know she was missing? And we thought, well, they were on the run. That was why. No, Mom was there. Mom was living in the same house with her. That's crazy. That's just nuts. They need to put that man under the jail. Does Georgia have the death penalty? Because, oh my gosh, if anybody deserved it, this man. What he put these people through? and these people loved him, and then to turn around and tell them that he died. I know, Judy, I know. But both attorneys said that she was going to testify. Which side is she testifying for? I hope we get some even better dirt on this guy. What a creep. Oh my God. And he sounds so great on paper. Well, if any of that's true. I mean, you get somebody that works for JAG at the Pentagon, like they got to be above board, right? They have to be secure, have a high security clearance and everything, right? So you would think that would be a really good, upstanding, honest person. Nope, not in this case, unless that was all a lie. I mean, they did meet online. She worked in DC, but it's not like they ran into each other in DC and met. They could have met online. He just told her all that stuff about himself. Because at this point, I don't believe a word they've said about the guy. He could have made the whole thing up. Every bit of it. You know, why do people... It's like... The way I look at it is that... I don't know, this might sound stupid. When you steal, you know that's wrong because it doesn't belong to you. When you take someone's life, that's stealing too. I don't care how mad you are at that person. I don't care if they're trying to take your kids away. I don't care if they trying to get money out of you. I don't care if they cheated on you. I don't care what they did to you. That's their life. Don't kill them. You're stealing. That life belongs to them and to their family and to their friends. That's not, you don't have the right to take that away. If they burnt you, did something you don't like, just get over it and move on. Don't steal somebody else's life just because they pissed you off. And in this case, he didn't piss her off. He just found a new one. Get a divorce. Jeez. What is his... And did she have money? No, he supposedly had $1.5 million at least that he was supposed to pay his ex. He was the one with the money, so why? I don't understand it. I always thought I was going to be a nurse doctor. I did not marry a doctor, y'all. But I'll tell you one thing. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. And I remember on our first date, I was like, so, what do you do for a living? I'm a rubber liner. What's that? And now he works at feed store. Still money. Still spins this. It all spins the same.
You ready? All right, everyone, please be seated. If you would call the next witness, please.
Your Honor, at this time, the state calls Frank Mebin III.
That's not the brother, that's the dad. Right? I think.
Good afternoon, sir. Please raise your right hand.
Do you swear and affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please have a seat, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon. There's a microphone right in front of you, so if you could try to, as best as you can, speak to that microphone.
Okay.
Okay. Can you please tell us your full name and how you spell it for the court reporter?
Frank, F-R-A-N-K, Mebane, M-E-B-A-N-E, the third.
And Mr. Mebane, if at any time you don't understand a question, please just let me know and I'll try to stop and rephrase it for you, okay?
Okay?
Mr. Mebane, do you work right now?
No, I'm retired.
Okay. What did you do before you retired?
A lot of different things.
Okay.
Do you want to know all of them?
What was the last
The
one?
last,
Okay, and before that?
I was a minister for 22 years.
Okay. And as a minister, was that in addition or was that your primary job?
That was my primary job.
Okay. And in those two professions, you've now stopped doing those, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. As a full-time work is what I mean,
Yes.
correct? Okay. And are you currently married?
Yes, I am.
Who are you married to?
Betsy,
And how long were you two married? Or have you been married?
47 and a half years?
Okay. Do you have children?
Yes, we do.
How many children?
We have 3.
What are their names?
Mindi, Frank the Fourth, and Matthew.
Okay. Oldest to youngest?
Yes.
Okay. And are you close to your kids?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do any of them still live with you now? Or have they moved out?
They moved out.
Okay. Matthew being the youngest, he's also already out of the household now?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Is there a time when you met Nicholas James Kassotis?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell us how you met him?
Our daughter, Mindi, introduced us to him.
Okay. And did they ultimately, do you remember where they were living when they got married?
In Mount Vernon, Virginia.
Okay. Did you visit them there?
Yes,
And when you visited them there, do you recall, was that a house or was it an apartment? What kind of a place was it?
it was a house.
Okay. Do you know who owned the house?
I believed it was Nick.
Okay. And she moved in with him to his house?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what happened to that house?
Not exactly, no.
Okay. At some point, did they ever move out of that house?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And what was Mindy doing, if you know, for a living while she was living up in Virginia?
Well, she graduated with a master's in public service or something like that. And she was working for different, like nonprofit.
Okay.
I think it was the last one, or I know the name was KKR.
Okay. And at that point, do you know what Mr. Kassotis was doing for a living?
He was in the Navy, worked at the Pentagon.
Do you know what his title was in the Navy at the Pentagon?
You mean his rank?
If you know his rank.
No, I know he worked for JAG.
Okay. Do you know if he was an attorney?
Yes,
Okay. And when he was in the JAG in what branch of the service, you said?
Navy.
Do you know if he remained in the Navy after they got married?
When he left or not.
Okay. So you know at some point he did leave, you just don't recall exactly when.
Correct.
Okay. And when they got married, he was in the Navy at that point?
I believe so.
Okay. Did there come a time when you and your wife started to live with any of your kids?
Yes.
Who did you live with?
We lived with Frank the Fourth and his wife.
Okay. That would be Mindy's younger brother?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you live with them?
In Hilton Head.
South Carolina? When you moved in with Frank and Megan? If you know.
Around 2016, I believe?
Okay. And at that point, did you stay with them for quite a while?
Yes.
Did there come a time, well, let me back up for a second. Why were you living with them?
Well, my wife had been laid off from her job in Augusta, and I was still working as a financial advisor, and she was laid off, and she came down to Savannah and got a job the next day.
Oh,
And so she started living with them, and then that's when we decided we would move in with them.
okay. So was she working in Savannah then?
Yes.
Did that make it more convenient?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And being a financial advisor, did that allow you some more flexibility?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you said that was in Hilton Head, is that right?
Yes.
When you were living with Frank and Megan, at any point did any of your other kids move in?
Yes.
Who moved in?
Mindy and Nick. And
Okay.
of course, Matthew was with us because he was in high school.
Okay. So for a while there, it was Mindy, you and your wife, Frank.
Matthew wasn't there. By that time, we had moved.
Okay. So at some point, there were some overlap.
Yes.
Okay. And do you recall, you said, I believe you moved in with them in approximately 2016, meaning Frank and Megan. Do you
Correct.
recall when Mr. Kassotis and your daughter Mindi moved in with them? If you recall.
It had to be 2022.
Okay. And at some point, can you tell us, were you living there with Frank and Megan the whole time that Mr. Kassotis and Mindi were there?
No.
Okay. Was there a period of time that you moved out of that location?
Yes, Matthew and I moved to Dublin, Georgia,
Okay. Why did you go up to Dublin, Georgia?
because he was going to be a senior in high school, and he played baseball. And with the COVID, they weren't going to play baseball in Hilton Head, but they were going to play in Dublin, Georgia. And
Okay.
so we moved to Dublin so he could play.
Okay. When you say we, who moved up to Dublin?
Matthew and I did.
Okay. And where did Mrs. Betsy stay?
She stayed with Frank IV and Megan at their house in Hilton
Okay.
Head.
Okay. And do you recall how long you were up in Dublin with Matthew?
I had a lease for at least a year, so I think it might have been 13 months.
Okay. At some point, did you come back down from Dublin?
Yes.
And did Matthew join you?
No, he was in, by that time, he had already started college, junior college.
Okay. So Matthew heads off to college and you moved back down to Hilton Head, is that right?
Correct.
Who was living with you when you got back down to Hilton Head after Matthew went off to college?
Frank IV, his wife Megan, their little girl Harper, and Mindy and Nick.
Okay. Was your wife there too?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
Okay. So at that point, were there any pets in the house?
Yes.
What pets?
They had Rusty. Mindy and Nick had Rusty.
Okay.
What happened to Rusty? Where's Rusty?
Did there come a time when you left that residence,
For Rusty.
meaning the one in Hilton Head with Frank and Megan?
You mean after I came back from Dublin?
After you came back from Dublin, you said you stayed there for a while.
Correct.
Do you know how
Yes.
long that was, approximately?
With all of us there?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 5 months, 6 months?
Okay. And at
Maybe a
some,
little bit longer than that.
okay. So at some point, you said it was about 5, 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. You're in Hilton Head with Frank and Megan. Is that right? Okay. And Mindy and Mr. Kassotis are there too. You and your
Yeah.
wife.
Correct.
Okay. What caused you to leave?
I took Matthew, the younger son, and when I was up there with him, that's when Mindy and Nick moved out of their house, and they were gone.
Okay. Do you know where Mindy and Mr. Kassotis moved to when they left Frank IV and Megan's place in Hilton Head?
At first, they moved to a hotel that my wife got for them.
Okay. And did they go anywhere after that, if you know?
They went to another hotel, and then we went to 65th Street in Savannah.
Okay. Now there sounds like there was a fair amount of moving going on. Is that right?
Correct?
Do you know how the boys got moved and people were moved out?
I know Mindi and Nick had tubs,
What kind of tubs were they?
because that you put stuff in, for, like Christmas decorations, you know, big, I don't know how big, they were big tubs.
Okay, and you're making some gestures with your hand, approximately
sorry.
as wide as my hands are. Is that correct?
Correct.
Would it
I'm
be fair to
sorry.
say about 3 to 4 feet?
Yes,
Okay, and they were tall and deep,
yes,
and that's about maybe 2 or 3 feet?
correct,
Okay, and they would move their belongings in those tubs, is that right?
yes,
So there was not a moving company, was there?
no,
Okay, and not moving boxes, but rather these tubs?
correct.
Okay. Now, when you moved from Hilton Head, you said down to Savannah, did there ever come a time when you left the hotels and wound up in a more permanent type of place?
Yes, that was at a house on 65th Street.
Okay, and how did you come to be at that location, the house?
Mindi and Nick found it, and I went over and loaded them up from the hotel and moved them into the house.
Did they have a car at the time?
No,
Okay, and you said you loaded them up. Did they have tubs at that time too?
yes,
And-
along with Rusty, I'm sorry.
Okay, so they didn't leave Rusty behind, right?
No, no.
Okay, so do you know if Mr. Kassotis was working at that point?
Yes, I thought he was.
What did you think he was
He was
doing?
on his computer,
Okay,
working long hours.
okay. Did he tell you what his work involved?
Not exactly, no.
Okay,
We knew he was working on something that was secretive.
okay. Did he tell you that?
Both Mindi and Nick did, yes.
Okay. Did you ever see what was on his computer screen when he was working?
No.
Did you look?
No, because I knew I wasn't supposed to.
Okay. When you say you weren't supposed to, who told you that you weren't supposed to?
I just knew that it was secretive, and maybe that's my background. I'm not inquisitive.
Okay. And at that point, that was at the house in Savannah?
Yes.
Okay. Was Mindi working?
No.
Do you know why not?
No. Health-wise, she couldn't work, but also that there was a way for her to work. I mean, she didn't have a computer, and she was at the house the whole time, so there really was no way to work.
Okay. Had you ever heard any information concerning their safety being at risk, that being Mr. Kassotis and Mindi?
Oh, yes, all the time.
Tell us about that. What happened?
Well, it was way back before they even moved out of Virginia. We were told that they had people who were after them, and that they had to be very careful what they were doing and where they were moving, and you had to be cognizant of everything that was around, that nothing was, no one was following us or anything like that.
Was Mindi afraid?
Oh, yes.
Did you believe she was afraid?
Yes, very much.
Okay. And when she was at the house in Savannah, did she go out much?
I never saw her outside.
Okay. What about Mr. Kassotis? Did he go out?
He would go out at night or go out in the backyard to brush Rusty, but that was about it.
Did he have friends over?
No,
Did you have any company that ever came over to the house?
no.
Now, did you ever hear reference to a security team?
Oh, yes, all the time.
Tell the jury what you heard. What was told to you?
Well, they told us that there was a security team that was caring for them, but they would have to get everything approved by the security team before we could, if we had any questions about what was going on, they would have to ask the security team and come back with moving they would have to check with the security team to let us know if it was okay if I came back to the house. So it was all the time.
Would that be daily?
Oh, yes.
Do you know where the money was coming from to pay for everything?
I thought it was the security team.
Okay, so you and your wife were not paying for it?
Just like I said, when they first moved out of the house in Hilton Head, my wife paid for hotel for a while, and we would buy groceries and things like that. That was about it.
Okay. And at that point, was your wife still working during the day?
Oh, yes.
Do you know where she was working?
Hunter McLean Law Firm.
Okay. And do you know what she did for them?
I think they call him an administrative assistant now.
Okay. And in that capacity, would she go to work Monday through Friday?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Do you know what time she would leave in the morning for work?
I would take her to work about 8:30,
Okay. And then what time would she get home?
5:30.
How'd she get home?
I picked her up.
So you'd drive her to and from work every day?
Yes.
Okay. Were you working yourself at that point?
No, not by the time we were there.
Okay. Was anyone else home during the day with you? Meaning anybody who lived there?
Mindi and Nick were always there with.
Now, did there come a time when there was a mention of Microsoft?
Yes, that was way back when when we were told that he left the Navy, they were working on something for Microsoft. And that's why they needed a security team to protect him.
So Mr. Kassotis needed a security team because he was working for Microsoft on something secret?
Correct.
Okay. And at that point, that started, you said back in Virginia?
Correct.
Okay, so this happened back in, do you know what year that was approximately? If you know.
I don't recall exactly when that was.
Okay, but it was while they were still in Virginia?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever see any work product from Microsoft from him?
No.
Did he ever show you any paperwork from Microsoft?
No.
Did he ever show you any computer software?
No.
So during the day while Mr. Kassotis worked from the house, what did you do?
Well, after I took my wife to work, I was told I'd come back, take a shower, and then when I would leave for lunch, sometimes to go to lunch with her, other times to go just to lunch, but I couldn't come back until 3 o'clock or a little after, and I'd have to call and check and make sure that security was okay for me to come back.
Who told you that you weren't allowed to be in the house?
Mindi and Nick.
So they told you you had to leave the house?
Correct.
How often did you have to leave the house?
Every day. Usually right before lunch until after 3 o'clock or so.
Okay. And how did you know that it was okay to come home?
I would send a message on the Signal app and ask if it was okay if I could come home.
And who would you send that message to?
To Nick.
I saw you just nod. Do you see him here today?
Yes, right over there.
If the record can reflect, he's pointed to the defendant.
Oh, no.
Had you ever used Signal app before?
No.
How did you?
I don't know. Maybe I've seen too much TV, but when there's a security team, they're always swarming the house. They're inside, they're outside, they got cameras everywhere. You talk to them. You don't talk to the people that are being watched. No.
To learn of Signal app?
I believe it was Mindi who showed me how to even download it and how to use it.
Okay. And on Signal app, just so we're clear, is that a texting or a voice communication?
Texting.
Text. Okay. And so you would send the messages to Mr. Kassotis by way of that phone app?
Correct.
And would he then indicate whether or not it was okay for you to return to the residence?
Yes.
How long after they were married, did they start moving around? Do you know? Approximately.
I couldn't tell you exactly, but it wasn't very long.
Okay. But it was after they were married.
Yes.
Okay. Did you believe them when they told you that they were in danger?
Oh, yes.
Did there come a time when you started to doubt that?
I always had questions. That's kind of like what I was saying before about the security team. And I would ask questions and, like what's going on with different things. And then they would come back and say, the security team said, we can't answer that.
Okay. Did there come a time when you ultimately left the Savannah residence?
Yes.
And where did you wind up staying at that point?
Betsy and I moved to a condo in Hilton Head.
Okay. And I'm jumping ahead for just a moment. Was there any specific way that you had to get into that unit, that's for the condos? How did you get into the building complex?
They had a security gate.
Okay. And when you ultimately moved to that residence, did you have to provide that pass to somebody?
Yes, there was a security guard when you drove in.
Okay. Did you ever have any visitors at that location?
Matthew came and visited us.
Did he have to get a parking pass also?
Yes.
What was the name that the residence was reserved under for the parking pass?
Nicholas Kassotis.
So at that point, did that give you suspicions?
Yes, we had suspicions, but we were told that, we would get all the answers at some point in time.
Okay, so let's go back. You're at the house in Savannah. Did Mr. Kassotis and your daughter ever talk to you about a change of name?
Yes.
What did she tell you specifically?
She told us that his name was going to be changed to Nicholas Stark
Did she tell you why?
for security reasons.
Okay, and that name Nicholas Stark, did he start using it?
Yes, he even got like a bag, like a briefcase like thing that had Stark on it.
Okay.
I remember that.
Did you ever receive any mail that said the name Nicholas Stark?
I never saw any.
Okay. What about Amazon packages? Did you ever receive any of those at the house?
Yes, they got plenty of packages.
Okay. And was there anything of note that was received in those packages to you? Anything that drew your attention?
Well, they got some clothes for like Mindi, that she really hadn't had any clothes in quite a long time.
Okay.
Like I said, the briefcase, other things, I don't remember exactly.
Okay. But you saw some things with the name Stark on them? Did you ever meet anyone from the security team?
No. Once he left the Navy, no.
Did you ever meet any of his employers once he left the Navy?
No.
What about his father? Had you ever met his father?
I met him at the wedding.
Okay. And did there come a time when there was an incident while you were in Savannah concerning his father?
Yes. Most weekends, Betsy and I would go off for the weekend, a lot of times to watch Matthew play baseball or whatever, and we would try to give them time away from us. So we would go off and come back on a Sunday afternoon, and one Sunday we came back and they told us that his father and his uncle had come to the house and were knocking on the door.
Okay.
And they were really upset.
Okay. Did he indicate to you what had happened as a result of that incident? Did Mindi tell you?
Yes, she told me that he was crawling on the floor and couldn't see him.
Okay. Do you know if the police were contacted?
I heard later that a police report was filed.
Okay. Did you move after that?
No.
Did Mindi move?
No.
Did Mr. Kassotis move?
No.
Did they beef up security with people out front?
No.
Were cameras installed?
Yes, there was a camera installed that was in the kitchen that would shoot down the driveway.
Who put that camera in?
Nick did.
Did you ever see any footage off that camera?
No.
Do you know where Mindi was? Did she tell you where she was when this incident happened with Mr. Kassotis' father and uncle?
She was in their bedroom, I believe.
Was she afraid?
Yes.
Now, once Mr. Kassotis advised you that, or rather, withdrawn, once your daughter advised you that this incident had happened, were measures taken to protect your wife from going to and from work?
No.
Did anything change at all?
No.
Now, when you were at the house, how many bedrooms were there?
2 bedrooms.
Okay. What type of a house is this? A 1-story or a 2-story?
1 story.
Okay. Are there steps to get into the house?
Yes.
Are there railings to walk up to get into the house, up the steps, if you recall?
I don't recall.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Well, when you got to that location, did there come a time when you had to have surgery of some kind?
I had hip replacement, yes.
Okay. Can you tell the jury what happened that prompted you to have that surgery?
Well, I hurt my left knee shagging fly balls for my son, and I didn't get my knee fixed, and it got to the point where it hurt my left hip, and I finally had to get hip replacement surgery.
Okay. Do you remember when that was?
November of 2022.
Okay. And where did you go for the surgery?
St. Joseph's Hospital?
Okay. Is that in Savannah?
That's in Savannah on Abercorn.
Okay. And when you went to that surgery, were you alone? How did you get there?
Betsy took me.
Okay. When she took you to the surgery, did you stay overnight or did you come home that day?
I stayed overnight, yes.
So would it be fair to say you returned on what date?
December the 1st, I believe.
Okay. You came home the next day?
Yes.
When you came home the next day, where did you go from that location, meaning from the hospital?
Back to the house on 65th Street.
How did you, when you arrived at 65th Street, what happened?
Nick came out, helped me up the stairs. They were big, tall stairs, and really took care of me the rest of that day because Betsy went back to work.
Okay. And at that point, did you see Mindi at the house when you were there on November 30th?
No.
Okay. Can you tell us, where were you for Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, Matthew and his friend had come in. This was one of those weekends where we tried to give them privacy. So we rented a condo in Hilton Head because Matthew and his friend were working at a restaurant. They had a big Thanksgiving and they worked long condos, so they would have somewhere to stay and we stayed there for the whole weekend.
Okay. Do you remember what day you left for Hilton Head?
That was on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Okay. And specifically on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, do you recall when the last time you saw Mindi was before you left for Thanksgiving?
Probably the day before or maybe a few days before that.
Okay. So in the days leading up to you leaving, you saw her?
Yes.
Where was she?
She was in the bedroom, but also one time she was coming out of the bedroom going to the bathroom.
Okay. So you saw her in the house itself?
Yes.
Okay. And at that point, what did you think her condition was, her health condition?
She looked really bad. I mean, looked like they told us that she had high blood pressure and she looked like she was sick.
Okay. And at that point, did you leave to go for Hilton Head?
Yes,
Okay. And when you left to go for Hilton Head, when did you come back? What day?
the Sunday afternoon,
Okay. And when you came back on the Sunday afternoon, did you see Mindi?
no.
Where did you think she was?
Nick told us that she was in the hospital. They were trying to regulate her blood pressure.
And did you ever speak with her?
No,
Did you ever see her at the hospital?
no,
Did he tell you which hospital?
no. We just assumed that she was at the military hospital right there in Savannah,
Why did you assume that?
because he was retired Navy.
Okay. And at that point, did you know whether or not they were expecting a child?
Yes, they told us she was expecting.
Okay. And did you have any belief as to whether or not it was a boy or a girl?
I recall it, them telling us it was going to be a girl.
Okay. And did you know when she was supposed to be due? If you knew.
I believe it was January 8th.
Okay. So would it be fair to say that the last time you saw her was at the time period right before you left for Thanksgiving, correct?
Correct.
Okay. At that point, did she appear to be pregnant to you?
She could have been, yes.
Okay. Without sounding unkind, had she put on some weight? What makes you think that she could have been pregnant?
Well, I've seen a lot of people who have been pregnant that didn't look pregnant. And
Okay.
so she wasn't really skinny to start off with, so it was believable,
Okay. So when she told you that, you simply believed her?
yes.
Okay. And when you came back to the house, you said from the surgery, you said Mr. Kassotis helped you into the residence, is that right?
Yes,
Okay. Did he stay with you until your wife came home?
yes,
And at some point, did he leave the residence during that time period?
yes. Once she came home, he left to go
Okay.
he told us to go see Mindy.
Okay. And at that point, what was your expectation about Mindi? Was she coming home or staying at the hospital? What was it you believed was going to be going on?
I thought once she got better, she was coming back to the house.
Okay. And at that point, did Mr. Kassotis leave the residence?
Yes,
And where did you believe he was going?
to the hospital.
And at that point, what, if anything, happened after he left for the hospital?
Well, he came back home and he told us that she had died
Okay.
at the hospital.
Okay. Were you surprised?
Yes,
Okay. And at that point, did he tell you what happened?
well, that's a little fuzzy for me, but I do remember that it had said something to do with her blood pressure and somebody had left the room, and when they came back, she had died.
You indicated earlier that Mr. Kassotis was an attorney, correct?
Correct.
Did he discuss with you his concerns about her death at the hospital?
No, he told us he was going to go back and find out what had happened.
So when he first came home on the 1st, he didn't know what happened?
All he knew was that she had died, and he was very upset.
But he had no answers about what happened at that point.
No,
Did he have any paperwork at all concerning her death?
no,
Did he ever provide you with any paperwork concerning her death?
no,
Did he ever explain to you what actions, if any, he was taking against the hospital, given what he had described to you?
no, he didn't.
Did Mr. Kassotis place that you could go and see your daughter after she passed?
No, that was never discussed.
Okay. Were you concerned where her body was?
I've given that a lot of thought. Being a minister, I know once someone dies, I know they've gone to be with the Lord, and I really didn't need to see her body. I wish I could have said goodbye, but after she was dead, it didn't, that wasn't her. So I really, it was no reason for me to really clamor to go see her body.
Okay. Did you discuss with Mr. Kassotis the possibility of funeral services?
There was some discussion about a memorial service later on, but of course it had to do with the security.
So you weren't allowed to have a service because of security?
That's the way I understood it, yes.
Okay. Did you ever have a service?
No,
Did Mr. Kassotis ever give you a doctor's name that was attending to her during her pregnancy?
no,
Did you ever have doctors come to the house to attend to her?
no,
Did you ever see her again after you left for Thanksgiving?
no.
Did you ever exchange emails with people that you believed were connected to the security team?
Yes,
How did you get that email address? So you weren't the one that initiated it?
no, I had no idea who to send it to until I got something.
Did you use regular email to send those? Is that like a Yahoo or a
Yahoo,
Google, or
yes.
which is it? Yahoo?
Yes,
Okay. So you used your regular Yahoo to communicate with the security detail?
correct.
Do you remember if Mr. Kassotis ever got a car?
Yes, at some point in time when we were at the house on 65th Street, he got a green Ford Explorer.
Okay. And do you know how he paid for it?
No,
Did you ever see a death certificate for your daughter?
no,
Medical records of any sort?
no.
After Mindi passed away, can you tell the jury what happened in the days right after she passed?
Well, a few days after, we had to leave the house on 65th Street, and we had to move to the condo that we went to in Hilton Head. We lived there for 3 months.
So from approximately December to March?
Yes,
Okay. How were arrangements made for you to stay at that location?
Nick made arrangements for us.
Okay. Did Mr. Kassotis stay with you?
No, he moved us, he helped move us over there because I just had the hip replacement. And we said goodbye, and he went back supposedly to the house, and it's on 65th Street.
Oh. Okay.
No.
Did you expect to speak with him again after he left?
Oh, yes.
Did you ever see him again?
No.
Did you speak?
We emailed or texted through Signal a lot, but we talked to him one time on the phone.
So the only time you heard his voice was that one time on the actual phone?
Correct.
Okay. And when you got to the condo complex, what was it your understanding that Mr. Kassotis was going to be doing at that point in terms of living arrangements?
Well, he told us that he was going to go actually to meet his real mother when we when he left us, and then that he would be closing up or finalizing some things, and he would be back down to Hilton Head.
Okay.
What about the people that are out to get him? They're not out to get him anymore?
In all the time that you knew Mr. Kassotis, did you ever know him to hunt?
No,
Did he own knives?
not that I knew of, no.
Did he do some chores around the house?
Yes.
And specifically, what chores do you remember him doing?
The house at 65th Street, there was problems with the washing machine that he tried to fix. Toilet was backed up. We had terrible mosquitoes when we first moved in, and he did something with the mosquitoes.
When was the mosquitoes? You said when you first moved in?
Well, right around when we first moved in, yes. We had mosquitoes were coming in from somewhere.
And you moved in when? Do you recall?
June? I'm assuming, yeah, I think it was June of '22.
That was long before November, right?
Correct, yes.
Prior to speaking to law enforcement, what did you think happened to Mr. Kassotis?
We were told that he had had an accident, that he was in the hospital. We didn't know where, and that he was on life support. And we tried to go see him. And then we got another email a day or two later that said he had died.
And that notification was received by email?
Yes,
Did anybody come to see you?
no,
Did you ever speak with his family concerning his death?
no,
And I just want to make sure I understand, his security team reached out to you and your wife after he was dead?
correct.
Did you ask to see his body?
No,
Did they make arrangements for a funeral service for you to attend?
no.
I can have just one moment. I have nothing further on.
Mr. Weinstein?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Mebane.
Hi,
My name is Doug Weinstein. I'm representing Nick Kassotis in this case.
okay.
Mr. Mebane, you said your last position after being a minister was being a financial advisor.
Correct.
What does a financial advisor do? Or what did you do as a financial advisor? Let me put it that way.
I had clients who I advised them about investments.
So investments in what?
Stocks, bonds, mainly.
And how did you have the knowledge base to be able to give that advice?
My undergraduate degree is in finance, and I had always, wherever I worked at churches or whatever, I did the financial part of the church. And I was recruited by Edward Jones Investments, and they trained strenuous training to how to pass the different tests that you have to pass to get different licenses to be a financial advisor.
So how many tests did you have to pass?
4?
And you said those tests were strenuous?
Yes.
So it seems like it's fairly complex work, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you'd have to be pretty smart, pretty knowledgeable in order to do that work, correct?
Correct.
When Nick and Mindy are having all of these security issues, and Mindy is telling you about the security issues, you believe Mindy, correct?
Yes.
And you believe Nick?
Yes.
Who is that woman? She looks familiar. You guys see who I'm pointing to? The lady sitting in the back with the yellowish greenish jacket and black shirt, glasses on her head. She looks familiar.
And you said that Mindy was afraid, isn't that right?
Yes.
Mindy also is a pretty bright woman.
Very bright.
Very bright. Why do you say very bright?
Well, to get her master's degree, she had to have a high GPA, and she was always in honors classes in high school and college and all that.
And so she was a very bright woman, but she was also afraid.
Correct.
And she told you about this security team, correct?
Yes.
Now, you said they a lot when referring to stuff, so I may try to get that clarified so that we can understand whether it was Mindy that told you things or Nick that told you things.
Okay.
You were told by them that you had to be out of the house from before lunch until about 3 o'clock. Was that Mindy that told you that?
I would say both of them told me that.
Okay. So while you were living together, is it fair to say every weekday from
Yes.
noon to 3, roughly, you were out of the house?
Yes.
So if people came in and out of the house during that noon to 3 time frame, you wouldn't know about it, correct?
No.
So doctors could have visited noon to 3, you wouldn't know about that.
No.
If members of the security team came by from noon to 3, you wouldn't know about that either.
No.
And you say Mindy is the one that told you about the Signal app, is that correct?
Yes.
And you would use that to communicate with Mindy and with Nick, right?
Yes, for a while, yes.
But text only, you never used the voice feature of Signal, correct?
No. Not that I remember, no.
Okay. Mindy told you that they were changing their name to Star for security reasons, correct?
Yes.
Did she say what the security reasons were?
Not that I recall, no.
Okay. What did you believe it to be?
I just thought it went along with everything else that we had been told for years, that they were in danger and that was going to protect them.
Okay. Jumping ahead a little bit to when you got back from the hospital replacement.
Correct.
I believe that you testified that Nick took care of you that afternoon.
Yes, he helped me get up, go to the bathroom, things like that.
You don't have to get into graphic detail, but I understand what you're saying. And Nick remained with you until Betsy returned, correct?
Correct.
And then at that point, Nick left the house.
Correct.
Now, you say you never saw any paperwork relating to Mindy's death, correct?
Correct.
Did you ask to see any paperwork of Nick around? You also were asked about a lawsuit about Nick engaged. You know Nick in 2022 for how long?
6 years?
Had you known him to be a litigious person? Had he been going around filing a bunch of lawsuits? As far as you know.
No.
Did he file any lawsuits prior to Mindy's death, as far as you know? Did you ask, why are you suing that hospital?
No.
Were you on the phone when Frank the Fourth was told his wife that had made that call to Frank the Fourth?
Yes.
Okay. What was Frank the Fourth's occupation?
He's a policeman?
He's a policeman.
Yes.
Is he still a policeman as far
Yes,
as you
he
know?
is.
Where is he a policeman?
In Burnett Town, South Carolina?
And,
What?
and how long has he been a policeman for?
What the fudge?
Over 20 years?
Okay. At one point, was Frank the Fourth a policeman with, and I'm going to mangle this name, the Yemassee Police Department?
That's correct.
Am I saying that correctly?
That's right, yes.
And where is the Yemassee Police Department?
Yemassee is kind of right off of I-95 in between Savannah and Florence.
And was the chief of police at the Yemassee Police Department, was that Gregory Alexander? Who
Yes.
came to fame through the Murdaugh case?
Yes.
And he had worked for Chief Gregory Alexander, correct?
Murdaugh has entered the chat.
He'd been fired from
Oh
that
my
position
God.
in 2007?
Objection, Your Honor. This has no bearing on the case at hand.
What would be the relevance, counsel?
The state is making a lot out of the fact that my client has prosecutorial and legal experience. So does Frank the Fourth. He's very
he's not
familiar
on
with
the
law
witness
enforcement as well.
It's irrelevant. The court's going to sustain the objection.
Okay. I have no further questions. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm very sorry for your loss.
Anything else on redirect?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. You're excused.
Thank you.
Yeah, Frank the Fourth. What the fudge? You let this press.
Your Honor, that concludes the state's evidence for today.
All right. Gentlemen, of Town, I ask that you please abide by the court's previous instructions regarding access to media accounts of this trial. Have a good evening, and we will see you at 8:45 tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. This doesn't need to be on the record.
Yeah, it does. 'Cause I'm nosy. Phew. That time I sneezed. That other one was Spike going. Because he wanted my mashed potatoes. Good Lord, what a day. What a day. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Yeah. What was up with her brother? If anyone could see through that, it should have been her brother. This is insane. Insane. Like, I get what he said about, I know that's not her, so I don't need to see her body. Like, because I kind of felt that way when my dad died, because he had a stroke and he lingered for 4 months, and, that wasn't my dad anymore. And they came and got me, and they were like, your dad passed. And they took me to the nursing home, and I'm like, why am I here? What are we doing right now? But yeah, I wanted to have a funeral and everything. Yeah. And we did. So I don't get this why, oh, it's up to you. No. I would be like, let me help you plan the services. Let me help you pay for it, and let me help you plan, and this was her favorite song, or this, that, the other, Why not? No. Usually that's the time, like, I mean, I don't know this from experience, but you hear about, this is when families argue when an adult child dies. The parents, they want to have all the say in funeral arrangements, like where they're buried, and whether they're buried or cremated, or what they wear when they're buried, or stuff like that, and then the husband's like, no, I'm going to take care of that. And then the parents of the adult child that died gets all upset and says, no, I know what she would rather have. But no, these parents were just like, oh no, she's your responsibility. That even if it's a good relationship between the parents and the son-in-law, they should at least be saying, let me help you plan her arrangements. Let's decide church, funeral home, date for the. I don't get these people. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not victim blaming, because these people were taken advantage of big time. But like I said earlier, predators know how to find the right kind of people. And I have been a true crime addict for a very long time. There are very few cases that are this crazy. That's why I said this one is going to be a big case in the true crime community. This is one that, we're going to be hearing about for years and years and years, just because it's so crazy. And the whole thing about the car recall, I was like, well, first they had the guy that sold him the car, who of course he doesn't remember because he sells so many cars. They had him come up, and I'm like, okay, they're doing this to show that he had money because he paid cash for a $46,000 car. I'm like, okay, I get that. And then they started talking about the recall, and I was like, what does this have to do with anything? And then I finally put that together, because he burnt the car. So he's going to try to say he didn't burn the car, that the engine caught on fire. Well, if your engine catches on fire, what are you going to do? Abandon the car somewhere out in the backwoods and just haul butt? No, you're not. And is he still going with the story, oh, she died in the hospital? If she died in the hospital, how did her remains get left in the woods? Like, I can't, I seriously doubt he's going to take the stand. But I would love for him to take the stand. But he's a lawyer. And the dude's his own co-counsel, because you see them, they'll put up the legal pad in front of their mouths so you can't see what they're saying in case somebody can lip read. He's telling his lawyer, like, everything. He'll be like, just a minute, Your Honor, and he'll go back and they'll huddle and He's telling him what to ask the witnesses. What a creep. It's disgusting. This guy. I really, really don't like this guy. People that are this, what is the word I want? Predatory is all I can think of. Why do people do this to other people? And I'm not just talking about killing now. I'm talking about taking advantage of misusing somebody's trust and love and taking advantage of them. And I hate mean people. I hate mean people. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, guys. All right. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we will start finally closing arguments on the Phil Spector trial. And then at 9:30ish, quarter to 10, we will come back to this craziness. And then we will have a nice weekend of sanity. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have a nice sane weekend with no true crime. I don't know what I'm going to do, though. Travis is off Saturday, so I don't know what we're going to do. So, I will see you guys in the morning at 8 o'clock. Thank you for coming out for my channel for this horrible, horrible wackadoodle person's trial. And I will see you in the morning at 8. Remember, be kind to people, love your family, and Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye, guys. Have a great evening. I will see you in the morning.